Okay, yesterday we were practicing on creating an agenda, and I'm gonna go through the steps once again using Google Docs. We normally agendas, table of contents, things like that have leader tabs. However, Google Docs does not have the option to put in an actual leader tab, so you have to just make it using periods. So I'm going to go through that process once again. The important thing is that you have your left margins in line and the right and both the left large margins are even. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start typing this. This is a picture of the key that I've put on this document so I could see it while I was typing. First thing you have to do is make the heading. And the very top line should be all caps in bold and a larger font than the rest of the document. So I'm going to make that a 14 bold. My bold is not out, so I got to go to more options. Okay, so then I'm going to do that, and then I need to have it center. That's also on the more tab, center, and then I'm going to turn on my all caps, so it's NC, Future Business Leaders of America. That's what the initials stand for. And now I'm going to put it back to 12 before I do my enter, and then take off my bold. Okay, and so, but I'll still use the center, and I need to take off the cap locks. So, the next line is agenda. Okay, that should be a double space, actually. So, and then I need to put that center again. I don't know what happened to that. Okay, this picture's in my way, so that's why it's not going over. Alright. Um, okay, so the next line is the date line. Double space. And actually today's Thursday, February 2nd, 2017. Okay, and then double space again. Let me see what my... Okay, so and then it's going to be Olympia Conference Room. Remember, the heading includes all these, the name of the meeting, what the meeting is, the date where it's located. And this meeting happens to be located at the Olympia Conference Room. Oh, at the Corey Convention Center. Okay, and all the this should be initial caps because also it's a subheading. Okay, so now I'm going to double space again. Now I need to left align because I'm going to start typing the body of the agenda, which is the t- which includes the time, um, the topics, and the presenters. So the time is left margin 6 o'clock, and then I'm gonna tab over one time. That's 5 spaces, and that's where I began the topic. Call to order and welcome. Okay, now I need a leader tab, but I don't have the option to actually make that a leader tab. So I'm going to use my periods. I'm going to do a period, a space, period, a space. And then the presenter is Claudia Skinner. You can count the number of um, letters that is. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15. So um, from here, I'll go back 15 spaces. So if I want it to align on the left margin, it'd have to be 15 spaces this way. So if let's see, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, it'd be about right here. I'd have to make the dots to that that spot right there. Cause okay, so then a few more. Okay, that's about right. And then I'll type her name and see where it ends up. Claudia Skinner. After you get the first one done, it's not quite so hard. And she's okay. I have still a few more spaces to go to the end. Okay, so I keep going till I get to the. I'm actually gonna make my margin at 6.5, and then that's where. That's right. And then I have to put my cursor at the end, and then push enter once, because the next um, line has to do with her title, her position in the company, and then her department is the next line. So I want this to be a right aligned tab at the end here, so I need to put a tab here. So if I okay, if I left click on the ruler bar, I can get a right tab stop. Okay, so now I'm going to click back down here and I'm going to tab over. I think I almost have to clear out the other ones first, because every 5, and then it will end up at the last one, right there. That's the last one. See how it's right there? And then if I type my information, it'll back up as I type. So I'm going to start typing. Oh, I didn't do it. Well, I must have to clear all those out. Okay, I'll put it in after. So okay, so then I'll put the tab in after. Because that didn't work. Information technology. Okay, so I want that to be to the end of the line. So I'm going to put in my right tab. So let's try it. Okay, now that worked. Okay, so now I'm going to put my cursor there and enter again. And then, I don't know where that is. I'm going to start. I don't want that first line indent there. I'm going to take that first line indent out because I don't want that there. I'll just have to tab over after. Okay, and then the department is marketing, health, occupations, and career development. Okay, once again, I'm going to tab. I'm going to click in front and then tab to the end. I'll move this so you can see. Oops. Okay, I might have to move that over a little. Okay, let's try that again. You just have to keep working it with it until you get. See, up here is my line indent, so I'm going to take that over to it lines up. Quite. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to click here again, and then I get to the next time slot, so I'm going to double space, and then I need to bring back my indent to the beginning, because I'm going to have a new time slot, and that's going to be 6:10. Okay, and then I'm going to tab once. Okay, that tab set didn't go where I want it, so I'm going to have to move it back over. See, this is your tab set here, and I want it to be at this spot here, and then I'll have to move this over. You just have to adjust your indents and tabs so they line up. Okay, so I'm at, and then it's going to be the same process for the next one. For the next topic and presenter. Okay, and then I'm going to, I can go ahead, if you want to, go ahead and type the name in and then put in your dots till you get the name to the end. That would work too. So I'm going to go ahead and type the name in, Kathy Worthington. Okay, now I need to create those leaders. It's called leaders because it leads your eye to the end of the line. That's where it came from. So I'm going to do that until I get her name in at the right, lined up on the right margin. Okay. Oops. I think one more. Yep. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then now I need to put her title and I guess she just has a title. She doesn't have a department, so. And now I will I'll tab once to start there, and then I'm gonna put and she is the North Carolina Future Business Leaders of America Board of Directors Secretary. Oops. Okay. Let's see what happened here. I have a tab. That's what happened. So I'm going to have to do, get out these extra tabs. So, okay, I'm going to look up here and see what's going on. Okay, so, I can move that a little bit. Here's the kind of stuff that happens. Okay, I don't know what, I'm going to put here, there's something in here making that do that, and so I don't see up here on my ruler bar. Oh, I know what it is. Okay. See, my picture is interfering with this. There we go. I'm gonna have to do, I'll do, let's just move it down. Figure out what it was. Alright, now it's okay. Okay, so I'm gonna tab to the end here. There we go. Went almost to the end, so I'm gonna have to move that over a little bit. See how it's not quite over far enough, so I'm gonna move it over. Oops, maybe not quite. Yep, that's right. Okay, so there you have it. And then just continue on this process. Okay, so double space, and then be ready for the next time slot.